Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Wake Up with Bunny. I've got my coffee. I'm not doing this in the right order. I've got my coffee. I've got my water. I have the internet open. I've got you guys. Like, what more can a girl want at 7 a.m. in the morning? Seriously, this is the way to go. How are you guys doing this morning? Jump in the chat if you want to ask questions, participate, talk about what we see. Also, just quick reminder for those of you who are over on Twitter, I adore you. I think that you are awesome. I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see if you're making conversation, if you're making comments or not. So I can't see that live. So please forgive me and come to the YouTube if you want to jump in the conversation. Good morning. Good morning. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you think that this is a show that someone that you know would enjoy and would like to wake up with us, please invite them along. More the merrier. Thank you, Balancer, for tuning in this morning and for always reminding me to tell people to like the video. Let's jump into the internet, shall we? Let's see what's going on. I really need my coffee. I really need to take the time to eliminate this chair squeak every time I move and this desk squeak that now, of course, I can't get it to do, but it'll do inadvertently here in a few moments when I least think about it. Before we get any further, though, I launched a new bundle last night, and I am so excited about it. So it is your best bundle, your best marriage bundle. And this is an exciting one. Even if you're not married, please hang with me for a few moments. This will not take long. It is 6 with an optional 7th book. And it's because I just kept throwing stuff into it because it's such a passion of mine that you guys have the strongest marriage ever and you defy the odds of the statistics of crappy marriages, okay? So this is why I made your best marriage book bundle jam-packed. I just kept putting stuff in it. I was like, this needs to be in it and this needs to be in it. It has what women really want. It has the ultimate guide to erotic massage. It has cheap dates that don't feel cheap. And if you go, I've only got this right now on my Gumroad. It has not even made it to the website yet. So go to myplayboysbunny.com, gumroad.com/bestmarriage, and you will find this product and the explanations as to why I included each one of these. Cheap dates that don't feel cheap. And then we get into Fuck Like a Porn Star. This is the print and the audiobook version. Guys, also, let me know which of my books would you like me to do an audio of next? I need to get back in there in the studio and do the next audiobook. But I want to do one that you guys really want me to do. Make Her Squirt, the female orgasm. So those are the 6 books that are automatically included. And then there's a bonus option if you want the threesome book, if that is something that would improve your marriage or that you would like to incorporate into your marriage to keep it hot and spicy, then I included that as bonus material. So you can opt in or out of the threesome as being a 7th book in this book bundle. This is a huge book bundle and I am super pumped about it. So if that is of interest to you, I'm going to put that link over in the chat box. But mainly just check it out. And if you want to have the best marriage possible, please look into that bundle because this is my little passion. And I want you to win in all things. I'm like, nobody got married thinking, you know what? We'll see how long it lasts. Nobody does that. We all get married thinking we're going to defy every one of the odds, every one of the statistics. And, the statistics don't lie. They're kind of crappy. They kind of work against us. I don't want your marriage to be working against you. This is the relationship I think that should be the most steady. So, good morning, Baron. Good morning. I'm so happy you're here. I'm glad you graced us with your presence. All right. We're really talking about Twitter now. X, whatever we're calling it. It's going to be a great day. Happy Wednesday, man. This is awesome. Oh, I love it when he shares this one. All right, we're starting off with a bang right now with Fort Worth sharing a classic. So this guy sends out to apparently every girl he's ever banged or talked to or dated. She said yes. And I will say, it's a lovely little ring, but it's not like, you know, anything to write home about. Well, it is if you're this little girl, but he sends this. She said yes to like every girl he's ever slept with. Fuck you, don't care, fuck you. Congrats to you too. Hope she enjoys not having orgasms the rest of her life. I literally haven't talked to you since junior prom. Fuck you. This always cracks me up. I love that Fort Worth pulls out some classics sometimes. That's so hilarious. She's the perfect woman. Oh my God, my asshole hurts. Shit post gateway. That's good. Oh my gosh, that's good. Guys, if you're gonna ass fuck, you gotta use lube. I need to do a fuck book on that. I gotta do a fuck book just on butt fucking for you guys, because y'all go a little cray cray. A lot of you guys seem to think that the asshole is the same pliability and kind of entryway as a vagina, and they just don't operate the same. And you'll have a lot better luck having a lot more pleasure if you treat an asshole like it is and not like a second vagina. I'm not saying don't butt fuck. I'm saying use caution. I don't know what that is, why he's in front of a bunch of diapers. Let's see. She does this getting dick. Oh God. Okay, what's funny to me, she does this getting dick. That'd be great. If she actually had that kind of enthusiasm, I bet she doesn't. We're all the person at the next table. That's hilarious. Whew. What is this? Those are retweets, not likes, madam. Oh. All right, I'm gonna look at this. Let's see. If a man starts calling you a whore online, generally likes that look like this. They're porn sick. They can only see through their own polluted lens. They're making a statement about their own brains. I wish I could see this better. But Ryan's saying that these are retweets, not likes. Oh, fascinating. Those are retweets, not likes, madam. He always has a good way of putting people in their place, shall we say. Let's see. Sold my gym. Okay. Let's see. Let's find some sexy stuff. Oh, this is a great question. Guys, what's the biggest thing stopping you from getting her number? This, Balancer ran into this a few days ago. He wanted to approach a girl and was unsure of the last few steps. It's just that 3 seconds of bravery that gets you from from where you are to talking to a new girl. You know, you have to step out of that comfort zone and understand that what's the worst thing that can happen? She says no, or she doesn't talk back, or she's kind of a bitch, or she's just not chatty, or she doesn't kind of go along with your banter. Maybe she's super shy, but that says nothing about you whatsoever. She doesn't know you, so she can't really judge you or reject you in that first 3 seconds, but you can take the initiative, practice talking to every girl, and get her number. Because the best way, you're not gonna seduce a girl by text. You're not gonna seduce a girl on the dating apps or on social media messenger or in the comments section. You're gonna seduce her face to face. You've got to get in front of the girls, and you've got to get her number in order to do that. So this is a great question. What's the biggest thing stopping you from getting a girl's number? I love that. That's really good. The person holding the neck is the person holding the power. Man, he loves those claw pictures. Wednesday nudes. Well, hello, Tim Hicks child, fur baby. This is a great point. Be careful with the dating and girl advice you get from buddies and the internet. A lot of men don't even like women. Absolutely true. Even last night at 10:30 p.m., I was in bed reading, and I don't know why I checked my phone. I think I was actually just checking for a kiddo thing. And I saw that I had gotten a text from a girlfriend who had a sex question, and that made me so happy. She was like, hey, but if it's too late, I can ask you tomorrow. And I was like, nope, I'm up. Let's go. I want to hear it. And she's like, it might be too much information. I was like, there is no such thing. I have to have all the information. But be cautious with whom you ask the real questions to. You can ask business questions to someone that you trust in business. You can ask soccer questions or hobby questions, sports questions to someone that you trust in that realm. But don't ask just anyone questions about business. Don't ask just anyone questions about your hobbies or your interests, your side interests. Sex, relationships, attraction, dating, pickup, game. This is its own world. And it's okay to ask questions because no one knows the answers automatically, okay? But trust that there are professionals in the area that you can trust. They've been around a long time. Their messages stay consistent. They give good advice. And even if it's stuff that you can't apply now, you see that in your past, that's what that was. You see that it applied to past relationships that you've had. And be cautious about not just going, well, I'll just ask Bubba over here. Or I'll just ask, my sister. Or these people love you, but that doesn't mean they give the best relationship advice. They love you. That doesn't mean that they're going to give you the best financial advice or hobby advice or learning advice or anything in any area that you have questions about. So be cautious about who you get advice from in all walks of life. But my personal opinion is especially about girls and dating and marriage and relationships. Oh, man. All right, you sexy beasts. I've already seen all that. I don't want to get on my For You page. Let's go to following. Let's see if this improves our odds a little bit. Path to Manliness again. He is a good account. Let's see. Critical thinking is becoming a rare quality, which goes along with the last thing that we talked about from Fort Worth about being cautious who you take advantage or take advice from. The average person is content to follow the lead of a stronger person than to make up their own mind. People would rather defer responsibility. When told to move, it takes courage to stand your ground and say, no, you move. This, exactly. This is right along with exactly what Fort Worth was just talking about, in that you absolutely have to be cautious. Baron, don't take advice from folks who haven't succeeded. I agree 1000%. This is such a critical, lesson of life that a lot of times when you are running into an issue and you're asking questions of someone who really isn't a professional in that area. And I don't mean necessarily that they earn their money there, but they have their experience there. They are in a mentorship kind of role in that area of life that you're asking about. They may have a really strong opinion on it. They may be a strong personality. And so therefore you take their advice, like this Path to Manliness quote is saying. But that doesn't mean they're the best person to answer the question. Okay, so be cautious. Think, am I deferring to this person strictly because they are a strong personality and they walk through life just assuming they know every answer to every question? We all know those people. Or are they really the best person to go to for answering the question that I have? So 1000%, this is a great, I'm going to go on and just retweet this real quick. I'm going to repost it because it's solid. Oh, man. Did I not click it? No, I didn't. All right, got pickup. Let's see what you have to say, Gary PUA. Instead of telling her you came alone, say you were here with a friend, but he hooked up with a chick and left. You roll with bosses. Social proof. That is awesome advice. I love Gary PUA because he talks about a lot of pickup stuff like cold approaching, true pickup artistry stuff. And he drives the points home over and again. I would say that Fort Worth and I are the weakest in this area, in the actual pickup area. Like, Fort Worth doesn't do a lot of cold approaching. He didn't when he was dating a lot. I probably do more pickup kind of stuff, like cold approach stuff, because I'll talk to anyone and I'm not afraid to start conversations. But this is a great account. If you don't already follow Got Pickup Gary PUA, I suggest you do, because he always has a lot of great stuff. He also is incredibly funny. He or whatever team of people that is behind this account. I don't know if it's 1 or 21. It's a really great account, super consistent, and always stays on point on the messages, giving just solid advice and great examples. So I suggest this account if you aren't following them yet, and you have any interest in picking up new girls, then it's a great account to follow. Yep. Guys, people just make different decisions when they live in environments like this. Do you agree? I mean, you don't even have to want to live in France to be like, yeah, that doesn't look anything like where I live. And I could see how that would be a different way of life. I mean, I absolutely love walkable communities. I love communities where I can ride my bike to get anywhere that I need 99% of the time. We have this here to an extent, but where we live, but the problem is Fort Worth, Texas, the sun is also trying to kill you about 9 months out of the year. So each year I have to go through a heat acclimation phase and all this stuff just to ensure that I'm like not having a heat stroke when I go outside, and I can ride my bike and I can be outside and I can run and walk and enjoy the outdoor life a little bit. But sometimes, like this year, summer came like hard and fast and there was no staying ahead of it. It's very frustrating. But I've lived in communities that are much more walkable and more pleasant weather with true seasons and things of that nature. And it is a game changer for your quality of life. I don't care who you are. There is something different about living in this kind of situation. All right. Let's see. Got a question. Balancer's always good for questions, guys. Bunny, have you ever had pickup artistry done on you? And was it effective? Absolutely, I have. Oh, yeah. And I mean, I would say various levels of effective. I have definitely been one of those who, how would you say? I'm definitely more of a serial monogamist, which sounds funny considering I was also one of Fort Worth's rotation girls. But I had the high school boyfriend, and then I had the college boyfriend, and then I had the husband. And between the college boyfriend and the husband, I had like that 2 months of just, too much drinking, too many bars kind of mode. And I went, this isn't healthy. This isn't what I'm going for. And then Fort Worth was truly the first date that I went on after my divorce. And then I just kind of became a part of that world and his universe. All that being said, all girls have PUA stuff working on them at all times. Guys, you guys cannot truly wrap your heads around, unless you have been a female, that all women have men talking to them in one way or another 24/7, 365. We have men approaching us. We have men crossing rooms, crossing streets. We have men rolling down the street playing music to us. We have guys approaching us in the gym. And I'm not saying this in a way to call anyone out or think of it as a negative thing, but we all have PUA stuff working on us all of the time. I only mention this in the fact that I'm very much like the serial monogamist, because yes, I've had a lot of PUA stuff, approach on me. The difference is I'm usually in a relationship. So it's just that kind of difference in that I haven't, there have been a few times when I've denied, or not been interested in the person approaching me, but not been in a relationship at the time. But even then, I always did it with kindness. I've always been flattered that someone took the time to approach, because I know that 3 seconds of bravery is a lot to muster up sometimes. I have cold approached people. I have women as well as men. I'm kind of one of those who will talk to a guy first. Fort Worth said that one of the things that made me stand out in our initial chat in online stuff was that I engaged conversation with him as well. I wasn't just a one-word answer, things like that. So all that being said, girls are getting PUA stuff working on them at various levels, all of the time. You have to use it. You have to make it a game. It truly is a game, and it's a numbers game. So you do the cold approaches and don't worry about the outcome. Be outcome independent, and you will succeed more often than you fail. And the more PUA stuff that you practice, the more times that you approach women, or the more women that you speak to, you just automatically talk to everyone, the more comfortable you get, so that whenever it really matters, you've kind of honed your skills. I got a question the other day about, in fact, it might have been on this show, where a guy kind of kept failing at the same various point in getting the girl's number, pulling her from a dating app or from social media apps to getting her number and getting her off the app so that you can meet up. He was failing at the same point every time with a number of girls. So I said, you need to tweak, you need to add some steps back here, because there's not a bridge between the initial conversation and the getting together. There has to be a bridge there. So I said, this is the point in your routine where you're failing. So you need to back up and tweak what you're doing here. It's working up until that point. The same is true with cold approach, PUA kind of plans, because you cold approach, you talk to every girl that you see, and then you really look at the stats as to what is working and where there are hiccups, where she pushes back, where different girls respond differently to different things, and then just keep honing that routine. You don't have to reinvent the wheel for every girl. The different girls can go on the same date with you because they don't know any better. My first date with Fort Worth was very well orchestrated over years with who knows how many hundreds of girls. But when it got to me, it was smooth and flawless, and it was the best first date ever. And it happened to become more than just a rotation girl, and it happened to become more than just hanging out occasionally, and it happened to more than just a one night stand. But you have to start somewhere. So no matter what you're looking for, talking to more girls, talking to every girl you see, and having the gumption to just go on and go for it, and understand that if she rejects you, it's not really you that she's rejecting. If she has nothing to go on, really, 3 seconds of bravery gives her no information, except if she's in that second sexually attracted to you. And sometimes the automatic response from women is just no. So it has nothing to do with you, but you crossing a room to talk to a new girl, or talking to every girl that you see, goes a long way in ensuring that you get more yeses over time, and it's just more poles in the water. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I am so excited that there are so many of you who are waking up with Bunny every single morning, or as many mornings as you are able. This makes my day. It starts my day off on the right foot, and I really genuinely appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't already, check out my Best Marriage Bundle. I am so excited about that. You can find that pinned to the top of my profile on Twitter X, and it's also on myplayboysbunny.gumroad.com/bestmarriage. So go lift heavy things, go have some hot sex, and go accomplish something. These are the keys to winning a day, and I every day want you to win. Bye.